We close out Hispanic Heritage Month with some hidden history, a Mexican-American cemetery within a Sugarland neighborhood. I visited the graveyard for a trip back in time and to better understand the history of its people long before it was suburbia. Modest headstones mark sacred ground, a Sugarland cemetery that dates back decades and serves as the final resting place for Mexican farmers and their descendants.
I actually know a family where the dad was recruited from northern Mexico, maybe 50 to 75 miles outside of Monterrey, the big city. So they would recruit in the small towns. And I was told that they had handbills that would say, you know, we're looking for people to work.
Migrant farmers replaced the controversial convict labor lease program of mostly black prisoners, picking cotton and harvesting sugarcane for Sugarland Industries. In 1918, Sugarland Industries designated a couple of acres to Mexican-American farmers as a burial site. It would become the beloved Cementerio San Isidro.
But as we know him, he is the patron saint of farm workers who do not own their land. So people that are working for someone else.
People like
my husband's grandfather, Felipe Perez, was a sharecropper.
I have my grandmother, my grandfather, an aunt, uncle, and cousin. They're buried here in San Isidro. That's 6 generations right there.
Oh, let's see. Family members of dearest friends Terry Moreno Rodriguez and Carmen Flores Perez.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And they're all ladies, right?
Mm-hmm. Except for Mr. Amado.
Most are people both 71-year-old women knew.
You know, I always tell everybody it's like walking my neighborhood. It's like if I walk here, I see one of my neighbors, or I see my father's coworker, or I see guys that I went to school with in high school.
The cemetery is a great source of pride. It is very personal to these women who have fought to preserve it. The cemetery is in the middle of the Sugar Creek subdivision, Sugarland's first stately master plan community developed in 1968. Some residents were clueless to the graveyard within the community, while others took issue with it, challenging a key access point, a gate opening at Sugar Creek Boulevard. In 1993, the Cemetery Association and Sugar Creek entered litigation.
There's no amount of money that would be enough for us to remove something that's sacred to us.
They never went to court. They were able to reach an agreement in mediation. The greater community has since come around, even celebrating the cemetery and Dia de los Muertos at the Sugarland Heritage Museum. The event is all about the holy day, but a great introduction to Cementerio San Isidro and a history so few know about in their own backyard. And the 3rd annual Sugarland Dia de los Muertos exhibit celebrating San Isidro will be virtual this year. You can look for more details on khou.com.